welcome back to Weekly Korean Live class. And my name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, Keijin입니다. And teacher Chimchim is here too. So, as you can see, today's lesson is about the location marking particle 에 and 에서. 따라라란, 에 and 에서. This is a question that we often get on our website and on Facebook and YouTube. This is really confusing concept, right? So I understand. That's why we prepared this location marking particle 에 versus 에서. So 옥넬, 지훈, 안녕하세요, and 사이나. It's really nice. You guys use YouTube name in Korean, so I can read your name more easily. Jamaya and Sean, Beyond the Scene, and GXHCH, Miss Hemicrafts. If you want me to read out your name many times, you can change your name to Korean, because then, as a native Korean speaker, I can read Korean names actually faster than English names. So it's another tip. So 안녕하세요, Linda. Thank you for joining this class today. So how are you guys? So where are you now? Where are you? I'm in the studio now. I'm in the studio. And 저는 지금, 저는 means I, 지금 means now. Studio means just studio. studio에 있어요. Or you can just change this to something else, like I'm in 미국. 미국 means United States. 저는 지금 미국에 있어요. I'm in the United States. Or you can also say, like Leah from France. You can say, 저는 지금 프랑스에 있어요. 프랑스에 있어요. And GXHCHF. Since it's hard to read your name, I'll just say GX. 난 지금 집에 있어 means I'm at home. 저는 지금 집에 있어요. This is very polite form. So if you pick up a phone call from someone and they ask you like, where are you? You can say, I'm at home. 저는 지금 집에 있어요. Or 미국에 있어요. 프랑스에 있어요. To anyone, because this is pretty polite. So this is actually a good pattern to remember. And can you see this? 에 here. 에 is the location marking particle that I'm going to explain very soon. So, by the way, if you are not able to read this Hangul, the Korean alphabet, please check out this Hangul cheat sheet. Ta-da! So, of course, this location marking particle is very important. The particles is one of the most important grammars in Korean, and almost every sentence I use, I speak, I write, there is a particle. Particle is like preposition in English. Even in English, you use a lot of prepositions like at, for, with, to, towards, in, on, under. You use a lot of prepositions, right? Korean too is very important, but before that, you need to know how to read Hangul. So this is super basic. So you have to start with this Hangul, so you can check it out, these free cheat sheets. So the link is in the description, so please check it out. You can practice writing, and there are some vocabulary quiz. It will be very useful. I hope you can take advantage of it. And Rona, 저는 지금 집에서 심심해요. That's another great one. I feel bored at home. So you use 에서. Good job. So do you know the differences? at and 에서? At and 에서? So basically, it means the same in English. So let's start with 에 first. I'll introduce 에 first. 에. This is how you read. 에. It's pretty simple, right? 에. So first one is 에, 따라라란, 에. And for you who study very hard and you always take a note, I actually made a summary that I can share with you. Ta-da! So yes, this is the summary. Can you see this? So don't worry about it because I'm going to explain one by one now. Okay, so 에. In English, it just means at or in. So it's a particle you use to describe where you are. 옥넬지훈, yes, good job. And CA, 저는 지금 필리핀에 있어요. Really nice, really nice. So at in a location or position of something or someone. So for example, like 있다, it means to exist or to have or to stay, or in English it's like there is, it's just there. 있다. Or 없다. 없다 means do not exist, do not have. I'll show you an example very soon, but it means just to stay or something just exist. It doesn't have any action verb or anything. 있다, 없다, or 살다. 살다 means to live. To live, where do you live? 살다. Or the other verb will be like 앉다. You sit down, right? You sit down. 앉다, 앉다, 앉다. Or 서다. You stand up, right? Stand up. 서다, 서다. Or 눕다, 눕다. You lie down, you lie down. So these are the common verbs that always use 에, the particle 에. So for example, as you can see, this is a pattern that you put place here, place, and put the particle 에, particle 에, and then use the verb that I just introduced. Like I would say these are the state verb. I'll explain it very soon. So state verb or adjective. Adjective. Place. This is a pattern. I'll show an example. So place. Which place should I put? How about Busan? Busan. It's the second biggest city in Korea and it's near the sea. It's southern South Korea and it's second biggest city which I haven't been to yet. Busan. 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 And then I said I need to use the particle 에, right? 부산에 means like in Busan, at Busan. So 부산에. In English, you put preposition first and put location. In Korean, the order is different. We put the place first and put the particle 에. 부산에, 부산에 means at Busan, in Busan, and verb adjective. So I'm going to use 부산에 살아요. 살아요. So actually 있다, exist, 없다, not exist, 살다, live, 앉다, sit down, 서다, stand up, 눕다, lie down. Have you guys noticed the characteristic of this verb? Anyone notice? It's more like state verb in Korea. It shows some state. Like for example, like 있다, 없다 means exist. It's not like moving something. It's not really action verb. How about like 살다, 앉다, 서다, 눕다? yes, it can be the action verb, but the point is it uses space. So if a verb just use a space that needs to do something and show the state, we used e. So just like in English, preposition has a meaning, but you have to get the sense of it to use it, right? So you cannot, even though you understand the meaning, it's sometimes very hard to use it as a non-native English speaker. So I learned the meaning of for, at, in, but I couldn't use it correctly at first. Still, I'm very confused, and same in Korean particles too. So it has a meaning that it uses space, but you always try to use it with this kind of verb, and you need to get the sense. And the Eddie, 안녕하세요. 저는 지금 학교에 있어요. So you are at school. Okay, so actually Leah pointed out a great thing. All verb end with 다. Yes, that's right. So this is the original form, infinitive form of the verb, like dictionary form. So original form. 있다, 없다, 살다, 앉다, 서다, 눕다. All verb ended with 다, but this is a written form, dictionary form. So when we speak or when we write casually, we change the form. Dictionary form is pretty not friendly. It's not very friendly, and it's like written form. So when we speak, we change the verb ending, and that's what I'm going to introduce next week. How to change this kind of verb to you or speaking form, polite speaking form. That's what I'm going to introduce next week. But I'm not going to introduce it today. So if you want to know, please join the live next week. Okay, so yes, these are the verbs that use e, and the common thing of these verbs is they use space. For example, if you want to leave, you need a space to leave, right? If you want to sit down where? You need a space. Or I want to stand up. So stand, well, you don't have to use the location here, but if you want to use the location, to stand up, you need a space, right? You stand on something. You 눕다, it also uses space. So these are the common verbs that use e. Or if you use adjective, it goes well with e. For example, like there are many people on the street. 거리에 사람들이 많아요. 거리 means street. 에 is particle, is like at or in. So in the street, in English, on the street, right? 거리에. But in Korea, place plus 에, we use the particle 에. 거리에 means on the street, in the street, at the street. 거리에. 사람들이 means 사람들 is people. 많아요 means a lot. So 거리에 사람들이 많아요 means there are a lot of people on the street. 많아요 is a lot, is an adjective, right? 많아요. It's an adjective. So if you want to use some adjective with this place, then you use 에. 집에 있어. That's also great. I'm at home. 집에 있어요. 있어요 is pretty useful verb to remember. You use it really a lot because it has a lot of different meaning. Like I have a phone. Then you can say 핸드폰이 있어요. Like that. I have phone, or I'm in Korea, I'm in the studio, I'm in the classroom, or there are many people, 사람들이 많이 있어요. Like you use this verb a lot, so you can also learn this verb. Adverb is not exactly verb or adjective because it just gives extra meaning to the verb. Like I study Korean hard, right? Adverb, hard. So for adverb, it doesn't matter either you use 에 or 에서, but it depends on the verb. What verb is coming? So when you see a verb, you have to decide either you use 에 or 에서. So if the verb is using some kind of space or like if it's hard to judge is use space or not, easy ways you can remember this common verse first. So you always use it with 에. Then I think you kind of understand it now. Then how about the other particle 에서? Oh, Lavan, thank you. Don't forget to leave a like. Yes, everyone. If you like this video, please give us like. Next particle that I'm going to introduce is 에서. And by the way, can you read this? 에서. If you cannot read this Hangul, learning particle is very important, but before that, you have to learn the alphabet too. Just like English, you have to learn the grammar, but if you don't know the alphabet, well, before the grammar, you still have to understand the alphabet, A, B, C, D, right? Same in Korean. So please check out the description. We actually have a cheat sheet for you to read this Hangul. So please check out, the link is in the description and it's free. So you can just download it. 안녕하세요, 루이스, 샤움, 다부마스어타, 바발. Okay, and K, CM Lady. Okay, CM Lady mentioned this good one. This is a video to watch several times. Exactly. About the grammar, you have to understand it first, and it usually takes time. Think about English preposition. Even though you learn the meaning, it's very hard to get the meaning, the complete meaning at once, right? You have to learn the example sentences to get used to it. Same in Korean. So 에서 is pretty easy because it's at in a place where an action happens. So most action verb use 에서. For example, 먹다, to eat. So where do you eat? Where are you going to eat lunch today? I'm going to eat lunch at home. 집에서. 먹다, eat. 일하다. Where do you work? I work in New York. Then you can say New York에서 일하다. It's action verb, right? You actually move. Where do you sleep? Oh, today I'm going to sleep in a hotel. Then 호텔에서 자다 means sleep. 공부하다 meaning study. 공부하다 meaning, so where do you study? I study in the classroom. 교실에서 공부하다. How about 놀다? So where are you going to hang out with your friends tonight? I will hang out with my friends in Myeongdong. Myeongdong is popular shopping street in Korea. So you can say 명동에서 놀다. 놀다 means hang out, play, spend good time with your friends, just like hang out, have fun. And then how about any other action verb, like you sing, 노래하다, you dance, 춤추다, or you watch TV, you watch YouTube. Where? Then if you want to use the location, then you always use 에서. So 에서 is actually more common. 에서 is much more common because there are more action verb. For this state verb, there are not so many. It's like I can think of these 6, and maybe there are some more, but these are really common ones. But other than that, in most of verb are action verb, right? Most of verb are like action. You move something. You swim, you play the piano, or you play tennis. What else? What else? You take a picture. You take a picture where? Maybe you take picture in Seoul. Most of action verb use 에서. 에서 is really useful. Regina, the cheat sheets are really useful. Thank you! Because it was not easy to make it. We have to put every single this alphabet and then the combination here. So we have to do it 가나다라 마바사 and put every single one and make all the spaces for you. So I'm glad you like it. And there are some words to learn too. But again, if you want to learn the Hangul, you have to write it down, otherwise you can never remember. From my experience, maybe some people are very smart, so without writing, they remember everything. But in my experience as a language learner, you always have to write down the alphabet to get used to the shape and then some like sentence patterns. Writing is the best one, so please check out. The link is in the description. And this 에서 is all good. I think you guys are all okay. 로나, 저는 집에서 점심을 먹었어요. I ate or I had lunch at home. So in a place where an action happens. So anything that you do, you act, you move, then you use 에서. For 에, you use this state verb that you use some space. 있다, 없다, 살다, 앉다, 서다, 눕다 are common ones. But for other verb, mostly you use 에서. So I have some more examples. So, how about you do your homework? 저는 where do you do your homework? How about your room? 방 means room. And then 숙제를 해요. So I do homework in my room. So does anyone know the answer? So 숙제를 하다 is actually an action verb, right? You actually do homework. So for action verb to action verb, yes, Tina. Can you do an example sentence for 에서? Actually, this is the example. The answer is 에서, because you do homework and it's an action, right? Action verb. 숙제를 하다. So you say 방에서. And Free Soul asked, how can you see the lesson? That's an amazing question, because we always upload this video on YouTube and Facebook right after this lesson, so you can always review it. And I really recommend you to review this lesson, because the grammar particle is really, really important. Like English preposition, you have to memorize it, you have to get used to the sense of the preposition, the particle. So please watch this video again. 방에서 숙제를 해요. Thomas, that's another great example. 저는 means I. Actually, in the context it's obvious, so you can actually omit it. 저는 호주를 운동해요. 운동해요 means to exercise. Does exercise an action verb? Yes, because you exercise, right? You move your body and it's an action verb. So, in this case, you use 에서. Thank you for your example, Thomas. 호주에서. 호주 means Australia, by the way, Australia. So, I exercise in Australia. I see. Thank you for your comment. And Cesar, thank you for your comment. 방에서 숙제를 해요. So most action verb is 에서. And there are only a few verb, like state verb, because verb basically means a word that describe your action, right? So most of verb use 에서, 에서. But only a few verbs use 에 that usually use a space. It's not an action verb usually, and it just use space. So 있다, 없다, 살다, 앉다, 서다, 눕다. These are the common ones to remember. Okay, and so what's the, again, review time. Review time. So what's the difference between 에 and 에서? First, 에 describe a state mostly, like 있다, 없다, like to live. And then 에서 is mostly an action verb. You move your body and something is happening at the place. Something is happening. Action is happening. You use 에서. And this 에 doesn't go well with action verb. This is pretty quiet, peaceful, just state. But 에서 is really active. It needs action verb, like eat, work. So it goes well with action verb, but this one goes well with state verb, and also adjectives. And so, for example, 카페 커피를 마셔요. 카페 means cafe. We don't have F sound in Korea, so we use P sound instead. So not cafe, is 카페. We need to use particle here. Think which one to use. Coffee is coffee. Again, we don't have F sound, so we just say coffee. Instead of coffee, we say coffee. And 마셔요 means drink. So I drink coffee at the coffee shop. 카페 which one should I use? 마시다 is the action verb, right? You move your body. 마시다. 카페에서 커피를 마셔요. Can I say 에? Here? Nope, you cannot use. Most action verb use 에서. 공부하다, to study, or what else? You film something using your camera, or you open the book, you close the book, open the door, close the door, or you clean, you drive. 에서. Okay. Okay, so please remember 에서 is best friend with action verb. And last one. There is an exception actually. This verb 살다. It means live. And then you can say 서울. You know Seoul, right? The capital city of Korea. 서울에 살아요. It means I live in Seoul. And interestingly, you can say 서울에서 살아요. So basically, if you just want to say the state that you live somewhere, then you say 에. 서울에 살아요. 서울 means Seoul. 에 is a particle meaning at or in. 살아요 means to live. So 서울에 살아요 means I live in Seoul. But some people say 에서, meaning I live in Seoul. Why do they use 에서 here? Because 에서 goes well with action verb, right? So some people think to live is an action, like not the state. It's more like you buy grocery, you go shopping, you work, you eat, you sleep. So some people feel that the living itself, live is an action verb, so they use 에서. So the general one is 서울에 살아요. But if you want to give more action feelings, the nuance is slightly different but almost the same. So 서울에서 살아요, it means you are make a living in Seoul. So 살다 is an exception. You can use both. But in other cases, you use 에 for state verb and action verb with 에서. So if you think this live as an action verb, then you can say 서울에서. But the more common one is just this. 서울에 살아요. 서울에 살아요. Oh, I'm really sorry. It's because of my pronunciation. It's 미브리. 살다 means to live. You live somewhere. It's not bye-bye living. It's live. I have problem with this pronunciation. Live. Not leave. Live, live, live. Okay. 답은 마스터 봐봐. Oh, okay. This makes sense now. So 살다 means live. You live. Where do you live? So somewhere you residence, okay? Okay, so yes, 살다 is a verb that you can use both 에 and 에서. 에 is more common, but if you want to give some nuance that you make a living, you like buy groceries, you sleep, eat, or hang out, you make a living there, then you use 에서. But again, Korean people you mix 에 and 에서, but 에 is pretty standard. 에 살아요. 에 살아요. So I hope this is okay. And this is a pretty complicated concept actually. This is a question that we receive almost every single day on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, on website. So please review this video. We will upload this video on YouTube and Facebook right after this lesson. So please review it. And if you are not familiar with this Korean alphabet that I wrote, I'm not writing the romanization for you because that might ruin your pronunciation. So if you want to learn the Korean alphabet, the link is in the description. Ta-da-da! You can practice writing. So please check it out. It will be really useful and it's completely free. So I hope you like this ebook. Okay, so Mary, 저는 제주에서 살아요. I live in Jeju Island. And Rona said, 저는 보령시에 살아요. I live in 보령 City. Okay, I think you can make all great sentences. And Anna, thank you. And Emma, thank you for your lessons. Great. I hope this lesson was useful. And next week, you will join this class again, right? On Thursday, 1 p.m. in Korean time as usual. This will be the topic, emergency phrases. So something like, I lost my passport, I lost my wallet, or police, help, SOS, or I need a doctor. or all the emergency phrases, you can use it in Korean. Will be the topic next week. I hope you don't use these emergency phrases in Korea, but something can happen. I mean, Korea is safe, but anything can happen in your life, right? But these phrases will save your life, so it's good to remember. So please join this class again. It's 1 p.m. on August 15 on Thursday as usual. So thank you very much. Beyond the Scene, Leah, thank you, and Lizzie, and Tabu Master Babar, thank you so much for many comments today. And Nada, Jasmine, Kate, Ruben, and Sean, Anna, Emma, Mary, Rona, Trisha. Oh, you are watching it at school. 저는 학교에서 at school 보고 있어요. Watching. And everyone, it's Mibri, Ronnie, and Free Soul. Thank you for your comment on Instagram too. So, Anna in Instagram and Daisy, Tiasa, thank you so much for your comment, and you can watch this video on YouTube and Facebook, remember? So thank you very much and see you next week. Bye bye. Thank you.